Spectrophotometers are the preferred measurement tools to collect spectral information and provide color data. The Teschcon SpectroDens has 3 models. The first is the basic, which is only a densitometer. Only the advanced and premium models collect spectral information. The premium model has additional measurement features such as measuring opacity. The SpectroDen comes with a separate charging plate that also includes a calibration tile. The aperture is conveniently located on the side, so there's no clamshell action to take measurements. Simply press the green button on the side of the device. This is the fastest of the spectro measurement devices due to the side aperture and the simple functionality. The SpectroDens comes with built-in Heelys or wheels for scanning measurements. All models have a Wi-Fi wireless option. It has 2 aperture options, 1.5 or 3 millimeters. The XRite Exact has 4 models. The first 2, the Basic and the Basic Plus, are only densitometers. The standard and advanced models collect spectral information. The advanced model has additional measurement features such as measuring opacity. The Exact is a clamshell-style device, which makes it a little top-heavy when in the unlocked mode. However, it has a handy built-in calibration tile and will force calibration on regular intervals. A scanning chassis must be purchased for the Exact for scanning measurements. All models have a Bluetooth wireless option, except for the basic model. The Exact has 4 aperture options, 1.5, 2, 4, or 6 millimeters. If you plan to measure film materials, it is also important to specify the XP model. The i1 Pro family currently has 2 models, the i1 Pro Basic 3 and the i1 Pro Basic 3 Plus. This unit does not have an onboard computer, so it must feed measurements to software on a computer. It must also be tethered to a computer via USB cable. The device is intended for prepress environments for measuring color charts. The i1 Pro Basic 3 Plus is intended for low-res printers and thicker materials like corrugated board and tiles. i1 Pro devices only have 1 aperture size. The i1 Pro comes with a basic scanning tray for manual scanning of charts. However, an automated i1 scanning table may also be purchased to automate scan measurements. This is ideal for larger test forms such as the IT874, or if you have many test forms that have to be measured when calibrating a device. The Konica Minolta MyHero 1 is a newcomer to the American market as of 2021. Like the i1 Pro, it is intended for pre-press applications. There is no onboard computer, so it must send measurement data to a computer for processing. Unlike the i1 Pro, the MyHero 1 does have a Wi-Fi wireless option. Similar to the i1 Pro, it only has 1 aperture size. The aperture is slightly smaller than the i1 Pro, but the hole opening is larger. This image compares the apertures of a legacy i1 Pro Gen 1 to an i1 Pro 3 and the MyHero 1. The MyHero comes with a slide rule for scanning measurement. The hole at the end of the slide rule can be used to target single spot measurements. The bulkiness of the slide rule makes it a little less user-friendly than the other Spectro devices when it comes to single spot measurements. Another device to consider is the XRite CI6 series of devices. These are spherical measurement devices intended for measuring colors that do not measure consistently with traditional 045 or 45-0 devices. If you have a highly reflective print surface, such as measuring colors on a metallized substrate without a backprint of white, or if you're printing metallic inks or have a deeply textured substrate, the CI6 series of devices are recommended. Consider these questions to help you determine the best device for your needs. Consider what you are measuring. The spot size of what you're measuring will help determine the aperture needed. A good general rule of thumb is to make sure that the measurement area is about 2 times the aperture size. Determine if you need wireless capabilities, as this is an additional cost. Determine if you want to measure in scan mode. This is an additional cost for the Exact models. If you have color measurement software in-house already, this may dictate what type of device you can use. Some software is only compatible with a specific device. To fully complete your color management solution for the press room, it is important to also consider color management software. Spot On Color is a color management software that is very simple to install and learn. Designed for the press room, it can also be used in the ink room, QC, and pre-press. It is compatible with all the Spectro devices discussed. However, it is important to note that XRite does not permit the i1 Pro to be used with any color management software in a press room environment, since this device is really intended for pre-press applications. To summarize, we focused on 4 of the most common spectros used today. Often these spectros are designed by the manufacturer to target specific needs and use cases. The more full-featured devices can measure and provide feedback independent of any external software. They tend to be a little heavier and more robust. Models that do not have onboard computing are much lighter in weight, making them ideal for scanning larger print test forms. The price difference between the 2 categories, though, is significant and requires weighing the pros and cons for each device and the best fit for your needs. By far, the aperture size is the most important consideration. Then consider the specific measurement functions you need. Opacity measurements, for example, require upgrading to a top-tier model. If you have other devices in-house already, it may make more sense to stay with the same device type or convert all devices to the new model. If you use color management software, you must also confirm device compatibility. Some pre-press and press room software is only compatible with specific devices. However, others, like Spot on Color, are compatible with many devices. For more information, pricing, or a demo, reach out to your APR technical sales rep.